Skill! Skill! This boss is killing me! Quick, Port! Save me! Help me! Hey, what's up, gamers? Skellimistic. Do you know how many times I have heard that whiny, plaintive cry that you just heard in the intro? In a given week, I've got to say the number is probably uncountable. And why is that? Why is it? Because it seems that so few people know the secrets to winning these boss battles. The secrets to winning, excuse me, the secrets to winning just battles out there in the courtyard with mobs. It seems like so few people actually know these tips and tricks, and I have to say almost secrets because so few people know them. In this video, we're going to talk about what you need to do, what you need to know, what you need to have for the secrets of defeating almost every boss in this game by yourself, by your one and only lonesome. First things first in this guide. Know your cards. Know your cards. Does your deck look like this? Do you have every card from every school that you possibly think you might ever need? Does your deck look like a yard sale exploded in the lawn? Does your deck look like you're packing up to go live in Antarctica for the rest of your life? It probably does. I've seen this a lot of times. A lot of times. This right here, believe it or not, is the number one reason those bosses are kicking your butt. Why? Because you're sorting through Mass-Storm Prism and Thunder Snake and a Convert and 4 Blades that you can't use and Dissipate. You're sorting through all that crap. And while you're sorting through those, trying to find the one card that you really wanted, that boss is slamming you down. He's putting damage on you. He's putting he's putting nerfs on you. He's putting traps on you, and he's putting you down. Your deck should not look like that. All that clutter? No. That's the first thing. Know your cards. There's a certain amount of cards that you need to do this thing, and that's all you should have in your deck. In any of these boss fights, and the reason we're at these boss fights most of the time is because we're looking to get that ring, or those shoes, or that hat. And let's face it, for the most part, any boss drop rate in here is about 20 degrees below sucks. I personally, let me back up just so you will see where I'm at. I'm in Heidi's hideout. Why am I here? Because I'm trying to get the executive insulated ring on my own. People have offered to give it to me, but I'm just the kind of person I like to earn what I get. You know, I like to have done something for it. So I've kind of turned those offers down for right now, unless I absolutely am forced. And I honestly, I'm getting there because I'm at about 160 fights to get this ring from Heidi, and she's just not giving it up. I've gotten everything else in the drop table 2-3 times, but she knows what I want. And she's hidden that bad boy away in a chest of drawers somewhere, maybe under the floor, or I don't know, some other less savory area she might have hidden it at. But she's not giving it to me. 160 odd fights I've been at this. And that's the situation for most of this stuff. These boss battles we're doing, we're not just going to do them one time. We're having to do them 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. And it therefore would benefit you as a player to know your cards. Why is that? Well, okay. Instead of that deck you saw a minute ago, this is all the cards that I need to beat Heidi right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cards. As you know, we start out with a hand of 7, so that's almost all my cards in the first hand. What does that allow me to do? That allows me to pick the card I need right now. Right now. No fooling around, no waiting, no shuffling through 80 other cards that got no purpose in the deck. And get the card that I need right now to do the thing that I need to do on this turn. Those of you who are fighting Heidi know, or have fought Heidi to get whatever it is you want to get, know that she summons a minion every 3 turns. But she by herself, she's not all that in a bag of peanuts. So if you kill off that minion quick, you got a couple extra turns to lay the pound down on her and get your stuff and get the heck out of this thing already. All right. Not just knowing the cards in your hand. It would really help you. Let me walk out of here for a little bit. It would really help you to know all the cards in the game, but that's really a lot to ask. It really is. So I would suggest knowing all the cards that are actually handily of use to you. And let me give an example of that and from what I mean. Let me show you my deck one more time. Okay, you see what's in there, and you see what's in here. Okay, now I've got gargantuan cards in here. Let's talk about gargantuan treasure cards for a minute. This is an example of what I mean. A good example to knowing your cards is my little character right here. This gallon, let me get into him, is a level 17. Now, as far as you've been told or as far as you know, you can't get gargantuan treasure cards until level 50, till somewhere in Celestial, ordinarily. Ordinarily, that's true. You can't. But there is always a loophole somewhere if you just have done your research and you know your cards. This is what it is. This Sunyon plant, if you raise them, one of the rewards they give, let me get to it, there we go, is the monstrous, colossal, and gargantuan treasure cards. You can actually get these cards and use them at level, here it is again, level 17. Now, as a level 17 fire, you do a fair amount of damage, but if you're stacking on a 250 or 300 damage bonus on a hit, boys, you will bring it home in a big way, So knowing your cards, doing your research, is part of the key. See, now a lot of people don't know that you can have gargantuan cards as low as level 10 on your character. A lot of people don't know that. In fact, almost everybody I've asked thinks, hey, you have to wait till level 50 to get them from, I think it's like the Celestia type area. I think that's where you ordinarily would get them. But that's one of the things about knowing your cards. There's almost always a loophole somewhere that will let you have the card that you're looking to get to do the things that you need to do. Almost always somewhere. So knowing your cards, do your research. This little Pip is like hanging out by me. Hi Pip, how you doing? Or Wisp, you know what I mean. Excuse me. Knowing your cards is vital. Not just knowing the cards in your deck or in your school, but knowing some outlying things. The more you know, the more power you have to come at this. All right. Now, knowing the fight. That's number 2. Let's give me a nice close up here. Know the fight. Now, Heidi in here, I've had to fight her, goodness knows, enough times that I know pretty much every card she's going to pull and have a counter for everything that she's going to do. It makes not only does it make the fight easier for me, but it makes the fight, more importantly, faster for me. So I can go through this 160 chances to get the one item that I need, or the 20 or the 50 or however many chances it ends up being. You can go through those chances faster and get out of here faster and on to the next thing you want to do faster if you know your cards and you know your fight. Research is the key. Now, I'm not talking about sitting here for the rest of your life like a little computer nerd looking stuff up on Professor Google. But that does help sometimes. Every once in a while. And in fact, a lot of times. So, we've covered know your cards. We've covered know your fight. Another important factor that people don't ever seem to utilize, make friends. Guys, this is an MMO. And I want to say that stands for many, many online, but it really doesn't. It stands for massive multiplayer online. And that means there's a lot of people here. If you go back here and fight Heidi, I'm in an unpopulated round right now, purposely so that I don't have people popping in the middle of the video and creating a distraction. But if I were standing here and I went to Ambrose realm or Baelstrom realm or one of the realms that's usually populated, I promise you there's going to be somebody show up with this sigil with the same goal that I have in mind. Getting Heidi to cough up something that she don't want to cough up. Hey, say hi. Say, why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Say that. Okay? They might be rude because, let's face it, there's a There's a little bit of toxicity what goes on around this place. There really is. But then again, they might say, hey, you know what? I'm a smart cookie. This person could probably help me get what I need. So let's use them. Let's work with them and see if we can all, everybody benefits in the end. Make some friends. You make some friends in the process. Hey, maybe they'll come and help you with the next boss. The next time you say, oh my God, come help me, you'll have somebody to do it. How can that possibly be a bad idea? Way back in the day, whenever Rasputin was a new in-game boss and everybody was sweating him, everybody was having trouble, I came up with a way to solo, even before the nerf, I came up with a way to solo him. I put the video out. It's on my channel here somewhere. If you type in Rasputin and you're interested in seeing it, you can. But I will be the first to admit, I am not the smartest cookie. I am not the genius. I'm not the boy genius of this game by a long shot. I know how to do some things. I know my cards. I know my fights. Goodness knows I can make some friends. Excuse me. But I am not the be-all and all this, and I'll be the first to say so. However, I have a buddy, Thomas. Thomas, props to you, brother. Props to you. You know who you are, Thomas. Yeah, you're watching this video. I know you are. If you're not, one of our friends will tell you to watch it. Just say your name. Anyway, Thomas is a boy genius at this game. We were, oh my goodness, you know what? Too many fights to count. That little Pac-Man looking dude, I forget the boss's name. I'm having a mental block on the boss's name. The one where the drop rate really, really sucks, but the fight's really, really hard. He came up with a way to do that in 4 or 5 turns. It took a team, because some of these fights do, especially in content things, but some of the specialized ones as well, take a team, because you have to have more than one person hitting or contributing to beat what they've set up for you. Game devs make some of these meat grinder. They really do. I'll be the first to admit it. And that's why I say almost all bosses. Some of them you can't do on your own. You can't. The damage is too much. The cheats are too high, etc. That's where your friends come in, and that's where Thomas comes in, because that dude can figure out some stuff. I'm like, dang, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, a lot of times. So making friends not only will help you in one fight, it may help you in the future. It may help you with other bosses that we don't even have yet. Think about it. So, as far as this video goes, the secret to defeating any boss in a battle isn't really what you think it is. There's no A plus B equals C. There are a lot of, I guess the word is subtle factors in this. But they're all the same subtle factors all the time. Know your cards, know your fights, make you some friends, because they might know something that you don't know. Alright, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you have any comments, please positive comments only. Well, I'm just kidding. No, you know what? You can say what you want to say. If I don't like it, I just won't say nothing about it. That's all. Alright. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share. Yell my name to the heavens. Name your firstborn son or daughter. Skell works good for either one. It really does. Your cat or dog is probably a better choice to name Skell, but hey, if you insist and you want to name your boy Skell, I know he's going to learn how to fight and be really good at it. I know he is. Alright, until next time, whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace. Hey, what's up, gamers? Skell Mystic. I have just logged on. Apparently I've come back just in time, because Great Granddaddy Squidward, also known as the Old One, has just told me to go to the Arcanum. I have